stop you. I mean, I think that all of us would say that we could let Jim go for another hour and still
Or
kind
just
of
repeat
going.
what he just said.
We got a video.
Edmund has graciously offered to come back, so I'm going to do the kind of change up our little format. We have.
I had some questions for Jim.
We'll get that. We've got some speakers, or not speakers. We've got some people that are running for office that I need to make sure you know who they are, and we're just going to run through most of you already know who they are, but take a few minutes. So we'll do this alphabetically. So we'll start with the first one. Hi, I'm Fred Franklin. I'm running for fire board out here. The only thing that I've seen in that, what made me decide to do it was all of the people that are on it are in the firemen's union or the policemen's union. I'm kind of thinking we need one normal, well, not normal, one regular citizen to be on it to just say, excuse me, why are you spending money on that? Not that we want to cut it, just that we want to have somebody say, why? So anyway, then Tom and Lynn Askridge and Marty McQuay are also.
I gotta say something.
So we'll get Tom.
We want 2 on the fire board.
Yeah, well,
I'm running for
Tom's
position
coming
number 1, and I looked at the fire board minutes for all of last year. There is not a single no on the minutes of the fire board for an entire year.
Yeah.
Not a single no.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they're all really,
What a
really
unanimous
good,
bunch of
or they
people.
all kind of go, hey, you want that?
They get along.
You want that? And we'll get Marty.
Yeah.
You want?
Can I talk?
Yep, come up.
Yeah,
if you
sure.
want.
Yep, there, Marty.
All right. Thanks for letting me come here. I have to say, this really, I have a son in France right now he's in Belgium. He's hopping back and forth between France, and he studied Hebrew, he's studied Arabic, and right now he's living in and breathing French. And he, within the realm of the populations that have been born in the Islamic environment, there's a realm of good and bad people. Victor, and you touched on that, and I appreciated that, but Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, said there are really two races of people, good people and bad people. And so with his Arabic abilities, he is finding some really good people who are actually, he's on a mission for our church, and they are scared though. They are scared because if they are baptized into a Christian church, that's a death threat.
It's a death penalty.
They are terrified people, and so he's helping them struggle through that. So, but there are really, really good people that happen to have been born in that environment. But it is a very real and tangible threat, and I appreciate all your efforts in studying that. So it personally affects those no-go zones. My son is living there. It's real. So that said, this morning, back to our local area, I woke up this morning and the first thing I said to my husband is, I'm angry. I am angry. And I have this little orange friendly flyer around, and if I were to print that up today, I would probably start out with, and he said, Marty, don't use the words angry today when you talk to people. So I'm winking at you, I don't use those words.
Yeah, and I told her, use anger.
That, we have a school district that has been deceitful to the local people. They have been stealing from our children, from our home. Anytime there's $1 spent on, I'll just say, millions of gallons of water flooding underneath the building, that is a bill spent where those monies could have been to the music program that was just cut. That was a phenomenal program. It could have been shoes on a family. You know what? I'm just thinking about how much money I spend on my children's clothing allowance, how much money I spend on my children's books. We're homeschooling, by the way. We're a homeschooling family, but education is first and foremost important as a mother. And I'm thinking, gosh, they can just throw away money like that. That's our money. That is our money as taxpayers. And they are being deceitful and dishonest and wasteful. And I went to that school board meeting, and the board's kind of like Jell-O. Like, oh, well, you know, we're gonna just mold. There was no form. There was no, and the format of the meeting just made me angry. There was no proper organization of the meeting where there could be a dialogue between the citizens and the board, and have accountability. And it made me angry. At a recent meeting, I heard, oh, our children, they deserve a Rolls Royce for a building. They just deserve a Rolls Royce. I thought, we're living in Molalla. A Ford truck works just fine. But that said, the Ford truck is ready to be buried because it's a dangerous structure right now. And so we need to borrow mom and dad's car for a while until, hopefully, through the actions of good people. I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little passionate right now. But through the actions of good people such as yourself who are trying to make a difference, pull this economy back together and get its honest feet. Have integrity, have some honesty, have some action with your voice and stand up. Yes.
I just want to say I agree with you because we homeschool too, but I'm a school bus driver from Molalla.
Yes.
And I remember going around the loop at the high school, and we're leaving, and I'm looking over at the back where the janitor is throwing out brand new looking textbooks
Yeah.
into the recycle. And I'm thinking, if we are in such a bad crisis,
Yeah.
why are they not eBaying those textbooks? Why are they not trying to make some kind of money off the textbooks? And maybe there's a rule that they can't do that, but there are plenty of homeschoolers, there's plenty of charter schools, there's plenty of places that would have been happy to buy textbooks.
I have dumpster diving.
And I almost been
proud of
back
it.
but
Anyway, this is who I am. I'm not afraid to speak my opinion. Sometimes that's not everything. Yes.
I have a question about the water leak.
Yes.
Has it been fixed, or is there still more?
Yes.
leaks? It has been fixed?
Jason?
Jason is a janitor, and
Yes.
if he ever threw a book out, it's because he was ordered. I'll defend him.
Is there anybody who works for the school district here? I want to make sure I'm covered. Any Molalla Pioneer, or attorney, yeah.
Don't worry, Jason.
I'm in uniform, so I gotta be careful here. All right. The leak
Take a few
is,
phone calls, but have
fixed.
a lot of people complaining.
the leak is fixed.
Yeah.
It is, I personally seen with my own eyes, as of last night at 7 o'clock, the water dial has stopped, so we got it done finally.
And how long? And it took people to get angry about it, and maybe even a Lars
much
Larson
money?
show. I don't know.
It's $3,000 a month
In
for 6
regards
months.
to the leak, and
or so.
my wife brought this up to me the other day, why, not only the school board, but why didn't the water district have the gall to come up to the school
And
and
what
say,
about
you
the
know what?
superintendent?
You guys are
What
using
about
all
the
of this
person writing the
water,
check?
why can't,
Yeah.
I mean.
We're all paying
Yeah.
for.
and-
Yes.
There's a lot of people, oh gosh, look at that, I don't know. We've got to say something. People cannot be afraid to say something and
Right.
question, because that accountability, what does that mean if nobody cares?
Was
You
the
have to
school
care.
board even notified though? I mean, who knew about it and
They-
kept it a secret?
Yeah,
Always somebody.
yes.
As a retired finance officer, I have to ask why the finance officer in the school district, in going through the monthly expenditures, didn't catch that right away and say, why the hell are these things exploding like this? Should have caught it a long time ago, he or she.
No,
Yeah.
they were aware of the leak
I'm-
before spring break.
I-
They had
Why didn't they
decided
do
to,
something,
they
though?
had
I
decided
opened
to,
a can of worms. I
Way
they had
before.
decided to wait until after
Way
school was out to do something about it.
Yeah.
Because the school's old and they need to replace it, so.
They're
We
also
need to let-
trying to ploy, it's a ploy to punish us as the tax voters who have voted down new school and new this and new that. We don't need that, we don't want that, we actually don't have that to give right now. People are struggling, my goodness, and then anybody with farmland right now, gosh, you can rent it out for $10, I don't know what, because you can't sell it, because you can't build on it. Where's the property value? I'm sorry, I'm a little angry right now.
400 homes in foreclosure in Molalla right now.
Yes.
I was a real estate agent. I know how to suffer through, I know how to negotiate, I know how to cry with people, I know how to think creatively. So if you've already voted and you didn't vote for me, that's okay. I'll run again the next 2 years if I don't make it. But just remember my name and Linda too. She's
I'm ready for position 1.
We're gonna be in a hurry because we have to meet John Lee, and fix up some signs, field signs for the, vote no on 3-372 on the bridge. Because they're just trying to get into your pocket and steal your money. And it's not just $5, they're gonna go up to $43 as soon as they can. So it's just another opening for them to get into our money. Anyway, I'm ready for position 1, Molalla River School District Board, and I'm gonna make it real brief. I'm for choice, parents' choice, vouchers, charter schools.
I'm all about that.
Yes, we need competition. Only through competition are we gonna have a better education. We need to make sure that there is no indoctrination of our children. I'm tired of the political agenda and not core courses that our children need to make it. We used to be #1 in our education back in the 70s. We have slipped. We're down to nothing. We're below 30 developing countries. This is pathetic. So we need to become America, a strong America. Yeah.
Hopefully you'd be open to homeschoolers being able to use
Get voucher.
that.
Yeah.
Either that or being able to come and do some of the classes, because
I would love that.
I've requested several times for my kids to be able to take classes at the school, which when we lived in Canby they were allowed to do. When we moved to Molalla, it's the school board who doesn't allow homeschoolers. You know what they told me? They said, enroll your child. First they said, we are too full, and we do not have any room for your kid to come in and take algebra or whatever.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, okay. And then they turn around and say, well, but if you enroll your child full-time so that they can get their money,
That's what they want.
then, and I said, so you'll have more room if I enroll my child full-time and take up, 7 classes instead of 1? And they couldn't answer me,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, it's playing the games to get the numbers, the more they have. And also another thing, they want to put your kid into special education because they get more dollars that way. And your kid is not really mentally slow. It's just so they can get more dollars from the federal government. I think there's just too many games being played in our education system, and it's got to stop.
That's
So-
been cut, I've been heard.
What's that?
But special ed and
Yeah.
IAs, I heard are the big cuts.
Yeah, and you've also heard, you told me about some people being cut, the special education, or the people that are helping teachers,
Yeah, the
teachers'
IAs,
aides.
they call them
The
IAs.
IAs, okay, they're being cut. Well, I think that parents need to start going into the schools, and there should be a big volunteerism thing, and there should be a parent in each classroom, if you can do it, or grandparents that are in each classroom to make sure that your kids are being educated, and their kids are getting extra education in what they're slow at and what they need extra help in. Before they go on to the next level of their grades, they need to be able to master what they've got, get a good foundation, and then they'll be able to pass on to the next level. What's happening is they're just passing your kids because of the No Child Left Behind law, and kids are just losing it. Yeah.
I heard on Lars yesterday, he had a question of the superintendent, how long has he known about this? And can we get rid of him because of what he's let go so long and cost us so much money?
It depends on how many school board members are there to vote him out. Vote for Marty and vote for me. I'll see ya. Okay, and Tom's got to make a real quick thing.